What's up, everybody? We are the Dagon Dogs, and welcome to Spelunky Saturdays. I'm Ariel, and we're going to be playing one of my favorite games of the past few years, Spelunky. I said Spelunky Saturdays, and then I said what game we're going to be playing, so maybe take that as a hint as to what I plan to do from here on out. Basically, on my days off, because I do have a day job, I don't have a whole lot of time to do other things. I want to keep making content on YouTube. I want to keep putting stuff on the website. There's just not enough time for me to write up a bunch of stuff like reviews and movies like I was hoping to do on a regular basis. I'm kind of delegating that to Wednesdays to go along with game reviews or whatever else is on my mind at the time. To free up some time, this takes a little less time out of me, a little less effort, just playing some games. So, with that in mind, I have decided to start doing something like a roguelike feature or whatever for YouTube and for DagonDogs.com. And since there's no day that starts with the word or letter R, I can't just be like roguelike rogue day or I don't know, whatever. You get the idea. It's alliteration or assonance. I can't remember the definition of it. It's alliteration? I think it's alliteration. I always get the two mixed up. Basically, Spelunky, being one of my favorite roguelike games that I decided to start playing, starts with an S, so why not just make it a Saturday thing? So here we go. We're going to play a little Spelunky. Those who are familiar with the game may have noticed that I have not completely beaten the game yet by those little icons up there. We'll see if we do it on this show. Funny for me, roguelikes were never a genre that really interested me initially. It was always one of those things that was like, yeah, it's kind of cool, I guess, for people who really enjoy the challenge. Fucking up already. But I never really thought much of the genre itself because, I don't know, I thought it was like, what's the point? You die, you lose everything immediately afterwards. Sounds more punishing and painful than fun. And then, you know, I played Demon Souls and my eyes were opened up to the concept of like, well, the sense of accomplishment is a lot greater. And, you know, I played games like Mega Man and stuff back in the day on the old NES, and the sense of accomplishment for beating hard games like that, I understood it a lot better. And I have nothing to throw down there except for a bomb. Do that. So, with that in mind, I didn't really think too much of the genre as a whole for a while, and then after Demon Souls woke me up to kind of the advantages of it, I decided to give it another shot in other games. Spelunky being kind of one that caught my eye early on. I remember it was released originally, well, not counting Spelunker, the older looking of the games. I'll get the pug here. Not counting Spelunker, Spelunky was first released on the Xbox 360, I believe. And I was sort of paying attention to it because I'm like, oh, that looks cool. It's kind of a cute little roguelike game. Seems pretty tough, pretty relentless. I'll pick it up when it comes out on the PS3 because I didn't have a 360 at the time. I still don't. But it looked cool, so I figured, yeah, sure, we'll give it a shot when it comes to PS3. Did. I had some fun with it and kind of stopped playing after a little while. And then I started seeing more and more about it pop up and kind of all the various secrets to this game, and saw the depth that's in the gameplay and design elements involved in this game. So that made me want to go back and give it another look. And when I wasn't that interested in it, I could never make it past like the ice caves. That was kind of where I stopped. But when I realized that there was a lot more to this game, I became much more driven to try and succeed past that point and see where I could go from there. So, eventually, I got around to beating it completely, going through hell, beating the secret boss, and everything on the PS3. And then eventually this game came out on the PlayStation Vita and the PC. So I decided to pick it up on the PC because that's what I play nowadays most of the time. Look down there. Got some bombs. I want to get the spider. Where's the spider? It's over here. Always tricky. I figured since I played this game to death on the PlayStation, I might as well put in a little more time on the PC. I have more friends playing on the PC these days. The friends list is going to remain mostly consistent. Whoops, screwed up there. Whereas the console friends list will be changing with each generation and everything. And frankly, this game just doesn't get old to me. I've played through it so many times. Yes, more bombs. Give me all the bombs. So if you haven't seen this game before, I'll start talking about what makes it so special, what makes it so fun over the course of these Spelunky Saturdays. And, you know, eventually I plan on branching out past Spelunky, as I mentioned earlier. The roguelike series or roguelike genre rather, is something that I have grown to appreciate a lot these last couple years, and I'd certainly like to go different places, like maybe try Rogue Legacy, or maybe even some arcade-style games like Lufrausers, which I recently started playing. That's been pretty satisfying. Clearly not explaining what I'm doing too much as I'm going along, but I have a feeling that you guys can probably figure out the what I'm accomplishing at the moment. Okay. Hate the spider levels, probably more so than the actual dark levels. Like, everybody dislikes the dark levels, and those are a pain in the ass for sure, but I think I hate the spider levels more. Anyways, let's just talk about Spelunky for the time being. We'll get to those other games when we get to them. I just wanted to play a game on the YouTube channel that was kind of like, you know, with my day job and everything, and various other responsibilities that I have on my regular days. I don't really find that I have a whole lot of time to Am I going to die here because of this fucking plant? Alright, cool. I find that I don't really have a whole lot of time to play the games that I enjoy playing. And games like Spelunky are pretty fun to me. Well, this is going poorly. I just wanted that honey. Alright. How does the pug? Still alive. Cool. Give me this honey. And I wonder if I just killed the pug there, but, you know, things need to be done. Anyways, this game requires a fair amount of focus, so I keep interrupting myself, but essentially what I'm trying to say is that I kind of was in need of games that are kind of short little bursts. This game certainly can get much more time consuming than I would originally anticipate. So I could find myself suddenly playing it for multiple hours as opposed to the 15 minutes or 5 minutes or 30 seconds that a run could actually end up being. so unfortunate as to die almost immediately, which you can very easily in this game. But games like this, Rogue Legacy, Luftrausers especially, because it's just kind of like everything is within a 5-minute burst usually. Just having something to kind of like sit down, relax for a little bit, unwind for the day, and then kind of get back into whatever it is I need to do in order to finish my task for the day. So Spelunky has kind of fit that role for quite a while. We'll see what other games I end up using. Not doing too great here on items yet. I'm gonna leave that pug be for the time being. Play it safe here with all these boomerang assholes going on. And so far, we haven't gotten any signs of the black market showing up, which is crucial. Oh, man. And, okay. So what's the goal of Spelunky? If you haven't played this game, I can't necessarily immediately recommend it to somebody because these games are tough. But if you haven't played Spelunky, I do still recommend it. Overall, as a quality game, it's just really tough. The goal of Spelunky is basically, you're just trying to make it from one end of the level to another throughout this whole thing. Picking up gems and gold where you can, and storing up enough money to buy resources, and then at the end, you have a final score. It's kind of the only game that I've ever actually had much of an interest in getting a high score in. Ah, shit. Oh, here's the dark level I was talking about. Excuse me. But the goal is just basically make it to the end of the level. As far as you can go. And like most roguelikes, it's easier said than done, but if you die, you lose all the equipment and all the gold that you've managed to pick up along the way. I'm just gonna do that. Just fuck it. Which, you know, can be a problem for some people. Because, you know, we like to feel like we've accomplished something in our playthrough. Just throw them on those spikes there. It'd be easier. Alright. The thing I'm looking for is somewhere in this vicinity. It's hard to say, really. Let's just use them these here. Is it? Okay, so it seems like it's up. Do that. And, can't frickin' see anything. Alright, we're getting further away from it. So it's gotta be... Just keep throwing bombs. We got plenty to spare at the moment. Ah, there we go. Aha. Into the black market we go. Yeah, the goal is just simply get from point A to point B, accumulate wealth, and get a high score by the end. Up until the point of your death. Of course, easier said than done. Spelunky is a very unforgiving game, but it's also... It's very transparent what it has to accomplish, more or less. Like, you're kind of the one who's at fault if you screw up. So you can't really blame the game too much for those particular fuck-ups. It's kind of your own fault usually when you die. Occasionally, there's a cheap shot or something along the lines of like a trap that was hidden off screen you didn't see coming through, and it just knocks you into like a spike trap or whatever, just basically ruins the whole run that you had going. But most of the time, it's your own fault. Fairly certain, that poor pug is probably going to die. We'll see. Got rid of one. Aha! Stuck him to the next one. I know that there's got to be like one more, so let's just play it safe, which is something that we don't always do in Spelunky because we're stupid. So let's try and get this guy out of here. Oh. Come on. Down. Man. Too easily get back up. Ooh, got him. Got him on the head. Alright. And the pug's alive. A miracle. Truly. Alright. We used up a lot of bombs there. And we may not have much waiting for us down here, do we? Ooh, we do. Sweet. I'm gonna leave the pug behind. It's just not worth it. Come on. Get up there. And there we go. So as you can see, the environments change as you go through the level. There's 4, count them, 4 of each level area. So we started off with the mine, so we made it through the jungle, and now we're in the ice caves. We're doing okay so far. We've got a lot of good, nifty items at the moment. I find that often having at least either the cape in conjunction with the gripping gloves and or the jetpack are good ones to have. Looks like we got spike boots too at some point, so that's good. Boom. Okay. It's good to have, particularly for this level, because then you can just do this and kind of circumvent a lot of the bullshit. Got him. So he should be stupid enough to just kind of jump off to his death here. I think that's what happened. Oh, nice machete. Totally what I want. Need health at the moment because we're still trying to go for that secret boss run. But one of the things that I learned as I was kind of playing through this game and kind of seeing more and more of the special little secrets about it was the fact that each one of these 4 levels there are certain quirks to the levels, like you... That's a good example. Like, level 1-1 is always pretty barren in terms of stuff, and you want to try and get at least about 10,000 gold, 10,000 coin, whatever, by the time you get to the second one, because there's always a shop in 1-2. And then from there, 1-2 to 1-4, there's a possibility that the key with the locked chest are available, and you want to get that because that gives you the seeing eye thing that I use in order to find the black market. Let's just get him over here. Yeah. So he's dealt with. We're gonna lose our shotgun in this. This guy. Got him. Lose our shotgun. We're going to try and save that pug there. Give us our little boost. But you can still see the all-seeing eye over there. It's one of the special items that you get in this game that kind of helps you on the path to achieving the secret boss run, so you can make it through the whole game and make it down to hell and fight Yama, the secret boss, and completely win the game as opposed to the kind of sub-boss. Now, I also managed to make it to the black market, so that thing helps you find the black market. The black market's where you have all those merchants that you're going to inevitably piss off because you want to get all their stuff that they have without having to pay for it. And then one of them has this Ankh thing that I picked up. It does this. You get a special Egyptian hat. You lose your gun, but you keep whatever you're wearing. So your cape, or in better case scenarios, the jetpack. And I have never beaten this game without either a cape or a jetpack. So it might tell you something about the difficulty and kind of the importance that items play in terms of doing well in this game. Because fall damage is a bitch. And it is tough. Let's get that. Let's see what we can do here. If we can... Oh, did your shotgun go with you, or do I get it? Ah, you piece of shit. It's worthless to me. I was hoping to get a shotgun. Okay, I might be able to get something out of this. Nope. Occasionally those mammoths drop the ice gun, which is pretty useful in its own right. It's not ideal, but it's okay. It doesn't really matter too much because we're still going to have to give up the shotgun at some point in the next couple levels here. So, next on to 3-4, and that is always the 4th of July level, aka the Aliens Mothership level. There's always a bunch of aliens chilling around here. Ah, shh! I knew that was gonna happen. I don't know why I dropped. And there you go. Just like that, everything I lost is gone. Died with 98,000 bucks. Rats. You were doing okay there. Had a lot of bombs. And now we start over. One of the hardest things that I always have difficulty with in this game is after I get used to kind of the changes in physics and various abilities that you get from the items that you find, like the grippy hands or the baseball glove, to name a few. Kind of forget that's not how it normally behaves on its own. So it's like, oh yeah, that's right, I can't do any of this shit. I have to get those items back again. But, you know, whatever. It's all part of the process. Okay, so I think I'm in a safe zone right here. Yeah, that worked out beautifully. Usually you want to collect as much money as you can on this first stage, because if there's an opportunity to buy a big bomb chest, like I have the bare minimum right now, it's okay, we'll leave the pug. But you want to get as much money as you can so you can afford the bomb chest, if it happens to be in the store in this next stage. Because that's about 10,000 bucks each time, and then it goes up in price as you go through the game. But it's bombs are pretty much the most important thing to have. You can make it through a majority of the game without a bunch of the other tools at your disposal, but if you don't have any bombs, you're going to have a real tough time. Like I said, I have not beaten this game without either the cape or the jetpack yet. So that's, if you find a jetpack, it's usually a pretty good idea to try and get a hold of it in some way or another. So we don't have the big bomb chest, but we will get this stuff. I'll just buy that in case I don't encounter one of the big spiders. Sometimes that happens. And since Spelunky is a roguelike, everything is procedurally generated, so the map changes every time you die. You have to go through it all over again. It's a new experience every time. And sometimes it is a lot harder than the last time. I also discovered that the music for Spelunky is kind of available for the taking in the game files on my computer. I just decided to kind of look through the various files that are on there, and music's all available. If you have like some sort of audio software that you can use to kind of edit various audio files or link them up together, you can totally take the 50-second clips of the various songs that are on here and take it and extend it out to 3 minutes if you want. And no big deal. Because that's what I've done. Now I got some new ringtones for myself. Okay. Alright. The music is really good. I always like the music in Spelunky. Looks like that trap's already fired. No idea where the key is, though. It's a problem. It's not down here by the exit, so what to do? I don't like carrying the arrows around as opposed to rocks, because the arrows do 2 damage if they somehow bounce back and hit you in the face, which is certainly a thing. Man, I cannot seem to find the key. It's hard to say where it is. I'm gonna guess it's up there. We do have the sticky bombs, so we got not out of options yet. Of course, the other thing to watch out for is the fact that the ghost shows up if you stay in a level too long. So I'm gonna try and hurry this up a bit here. I do not see the key anywhere. I was expecting to see it up here. So, rats. Get the pug. Make a sacrifice here. So in case you couldn't figure it out, there's a damsel system in this game, the pug being my selected damsel. If you take the damsel to the end of the stage, they'll give you a kiss, you regain some health, but if you sacrifice them to Kali, and you manage to get an item the first time around, and the second time around she will give you a big old boost. I have no idea where the key is, so I guess we're just going to move on, and hopefully we'll find it later. We'll find what we need. It's a lot harder to find the black market without that thing, but you don't actually need it. I have been able to uncover it in the past without it. We'll see what goes on. I would much rather be unable to find the chest, but keep the key, because then we can use that to help out Tunnel Man. I haven't gotten that yet. Throw them over the spikes there for that particular reason. Nope. Alright. Spikes are instant kill regardless of how much health you have. You could have 99 health, which is certainly possible to do if you go through the Kali sacrifice process, because the second item you get from her is a goblet for blood. Oops, I'm sorry, Pug. That was too perfect of a toss. Well, shit. That's a bummer and a half. Yep. Alright. See, I've played this game a lot. I still don't always get the physics right. We're gonna take this poor Pug's corpse with us for a little ways and use it just as a weapon. Of these. Ooh. Give me all the bombs. Got 38 bombs. That's not bad. Bombs are extremely useful in the endgame area. As you get further along... God damn it. Really? As you get further along in the game, the areas get so much tougher to deal with. It just makes it a lot easier to just run through the whole stage and blow stuff up along the way. That leads me to a worm stage. I don't know if I want to do that yet, though. Yeah, can't really see. Since this is a dark stage, there's no telling. Usually the black market is not in 1-1, or 2-1, excuse me. But every once in a while, look, I can see the sunglasses in the stone. That's nice. Hopefully, it's visible in the next one. There's no telling. Sometimes the entrance is deeply buried, and if we can't get in, then we're just not going to have one of those runs. We'll see. Black market, pretty useful in finishing this game. If you can't get in, usually you want to try for something else of interest. Pick up the little statue there. The advantage to not finding the black market is that you don't at least have to, assuming you don't have to worry about the shopkeepers, because once you piss them off, they're always at the end of every stage, so waiting for you with a shotgun. Why are you standing there? Oh, because the plant tried to eat you. Just take that with us. Always a good idea to carry something with you through the door, so then you can trigger any traps or take care of something within close proximity relatively quickly. Let's not go that way. Ooh, that's a bad spot. Okay. Shit. Dead. Well, that was a chain reaction of events. I did not mean to do that, and got punished for it. Do one more try here. Actually, you know what? That was a good enough run. I think you get the idea of what Spelunky is. We'll talk more about the mechanics of it next time around. Thank you everybody so much for watching. Of course, if you like the video, do all that stuff that YouTubers enjoy from you. You know, like, comment, subscribe, or you can dislike it. I don't really care. If you're watching these videos, that's good enough for me. You can, of course, also go to DagonDogs.com, where I post more videos like this one, along with Dark Souls and various other things. I also write reviews for movies, music, games, other stuff that I feel like talking about. And I'm also in a metal band called Hounds of Innsmouth. If you like death metal, check us out, houndsofInnsmouth.com, also on Facebook. All that stuff. Social networking. Blah. Thanks again, everybody. We'll see you guys next time. Bye.